Good evening, I'm Bill Potter with the WJTS News. Well, a mystery regarding the red stream at the Jasper Riverwalk has been solved. Last night, walkers taking to the trails in Jasper noticed that some streams turned the color red, which was brought on a cause of concern. Luckily, it was nothing bad. According to Jasper Mayor Dean Vonderheide, the stream turned red after a local industry used a red dye to test their drains and just happened to use too much. The dye is not harmful to the water or to wildlife. A man wanted on drug charges led to a standoff in Washington on Monday. 32-year-old Elvis Medrano was arrested on charges out of Sullivan County for dealing methamphetamine, possession of a controlled substance, maintaining a common nuisance, and resisting law enforcement, unlawful possession of a syringe, and possession of paraphernalia. He was also charged with parole violation out of Iowa. Well, late Monday afternoon, several departments out of Daviess County, including the Washington Police Emergency Response Team and the Daviess County Sheriff's Department's SRU team, surrounded the 600 block of Front Street in Washington. Medrano had locked himself inside a residence in the area. Officers tried to call Medrano out, but to no avail. Officers eventually gained a search warrant and threw CS gas into the home, which was able to get Medrano to leave. He was arrested without any further incident. After finding about 26 grams of meth and other related items in the house, Medrano now faces additional charges of possession of methamphetamine, possession of paraphernalia, and visiting a common nuisance. A former Perry County fireman has been arrested after calling in fake fires. 26-year-old Hunter Osborne of Cannelton has been arrested on 8 counts of false informing and 6 counts of unlawful use of 911 services. Osborne had been allegedly calling the Tell City Police Department about fires since 2019, leading local law enforcement, fire departments, and EMS to be sent out over nothing. Osborne was an active member of the Cannelton Volunteer Fire Department when he was making those calls. After an investigation, Tell City was able to find enough evidence against Osborne to arrest him. He was put into the Perry County Detention Center on Monday. He could face additional charges as the investigation continues. Reports of an intoxicated driver led to charges for one Huntingburg man. 53-year-old Chris Ferguson is facing felony counts of OWI more than .15, prior conviction, resisting a law enforcement, use of a vehicle, and misdemeanor counts of OWI, endangering a person, and OWI. Police tried stopping Ferguson on US 231 near Rural King on Monday night, but he continued driving northbound and eventually stopped in the Freedom Bank parking lot. Ferguson was transported to Memorial Hospital where his BAC tested at 0.235%. Ferguson is behind bars at the DuBois County Security Center. And in all stories, all parties are innocent until proven guilty. The DuBois County Health Department is reporting 12 additional cases of COVID-19. This brings the county's total to 643 positive cases and 12 deaths. Out of these 643 positive cases, 375 have recovered. That means that they're out of isolation and are reporting as feeling well. Approximately 5,027 residents have been tested for the virus in the county. Now, as always, we remind you, please practice social distancing, wear a cloth face covering whenever you're out in public, and wash your hands frequently with soap and water. And in the line of Indiana's COVID-19, those numbers have been updated as of Tuesday afternoon. The Indiana State Department of Health is reporting 2,794 deaths, 69,255 positive cases, and 785,018 individuals have been tested for the virus. Here are the numbers for our viewing area. In DuBois County, 643 cases, 12 deaths. Pike County, 47 cases. Spencer County, 112 cases, 3 deaths. Perry County, 175 cases, 12 deaths. Martin County, 42 cases. Daviess County, 249 cases with 19 deaths. Orange County, 164 cases, 24 deaths. Crawford County, 44 cases. Gibson County, 202 cases, 4 deaths. Warwick County, 528 cases, 30 deaths, that is. And in Vanderburgh County, 1,763 cases, 12 deaths. You want to see a map of the county by county? Head to in.gov/ISDH. The Red, White, and Brown Music Festival has been postponed for 1 year. Because of COVID-19 concerns, the fest that was set to be headlined by Craig Morgan and also Dina Carter, now to be headed up by Craig Morgan and Terry Clark, has been pushed back to August 28, 2021. Tickets for the new date are still available through August 22nd for only $25 each. After August 22nd, tickets are $30 each. That's this year, but the concert will be next year. Space is limited, and fans are encouraged to purchase in advance at rwbmusicfest.com. All previously sold tickets will be honored for the new date. COVID-19 has claimed another summer outing for Spencer County residents. The 2020 Santa Claus Arts and Crafts Show has been canceled due to COVID-19. America's Christmas Hometown Incorporated, the nonprofit organization that coordinates this annual event, made the decision on July 28th. However, another fest is still going on in its own way. The 74th annual Grandview Fall Festival is set to take place on Saturday, September 12th. Complete with parade and more. The parade will begin at 10:30 a.m. with lineup at the Grandview Boat Dock. If you're interested in entering the parade, contact Grandview Clerk Treasurer Donna Burrows at 812-649-2573. The parade will follow all the way to the Grandview Civic Center, where barbecue chicken dinners will be sold by drive-through at $5 a box. Servings will last until 2 p.m. or until all the food is gone. If you would like to volunteer, contact Betty Grouse by calling 812-649-4434, 649-4434. Some Daviess County students are headed back to school next week. The North Daviess School Board met Monday to discuss if any changes were going to be made in return to classes. As of now, North Daviess students are set to return to the traditional classes on their original date of August 12th. Students that decided to go virtual this year will start on August 17th. The only change North Daviess is implementing is the mandatory wearing of masks. North Daviess Superintendent Jody Berry says that improvements are still being made to the junior-senior high and the elementary schools. The schools have been working on a keyless classroom entry system as well as a new HVAC system. Other improvements being made are added partitions, soundproofing, and improvements to the pool and restrooms. North Daviess schools are also looking into the drain issues at the junior-senior high school. Finally, a new group will take over the athletic training program at North Daviess. After shopping around, the board decided on the services of Brandy Jewett. Jewett would be a slight increase from last year, but the school would still be saving some money if they would have been continuing with the Daviess Community Hospital, who were handling athletic services before. The board also approved to advertise the budget for the upcoming school year. The budget will be approved at the August 17th board meeting. Indiana Governor Eric Holcomb is taking steps to keep students safe while getting off and on the bus this fall. Over 200 law enforcement agencies across the state will be positioned along bus stops and routes to watch for stop arm violations. Officers will also work with local school corporations and bus drivers to identify problem areas where the highest number of violation occurs. These overtime patrols are part of the state's Stop Arm Violation Enforcement Program. The Indiana Criminal Justice Institute developed the program last year, and it is funded by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Thousands of bus drivers participated in an annual survey last year and reported more than 2,500 stop arm violations in a single day. This means that an estimated 450,000 violations could have occurred during the 2019 school year. It is illegal to pass a bus that is stopped and has its red lights flashing and stop arm extended in Indiana. This applies to all roads with one exception, on multi-lane roads divided by a physical barrier or unpaved median. Vehicles traveling in the opposite direction of the bus may proceed with caution. That's on those divided highways. DuBois County farmers and land managers can safely empty their pesticide jugs on Wednesday. The 2020 Agricultural Recycling Day lasts from 8 a.m. until 12 noon at the DuBois County Solid Waste District Process Center. In order to be recycled, pesticide jugs must be emptied and rinsed 3 times. Drums of used oil are accepted by pre-registration only. There will also be a 50-cent per gallon charge this year due to market conditions. Farmers who have waste oil must call the DuBois County Solid Waste District at 482-1765, 482-7865, and tell them how many drums and how many total gallons they would like to recycle. Once registered, drums must arrive on pallets or can easily be slid onto a pallet. Drums will be emptied or can be picked up at a later date. No drums will be accepted without advance registration. And face coverings are required both on-site and when interacting with staff and other participants. Nearly 2,000 containers were recycled at last year's event. For more information, call the office at 812-482-7865 or visit the DuBois County Solid Waste District's Facebook page. Kimball International entering into the next stage of their new organizational structure plan. Connect 2.0 is designed to address the challenges caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. It helps a company by building a deeper, more focused market expertise, driving revenue growth, and pivoting to maximize the opportunities that are forming in the workplace. Health and hospitality markets, a group of leaders, also took on more responsibilities to make this possible. Executive leadership team members include Courtney Smith, President of Workplace, Phyllis Getz, President of Health, Kathy Ziegler, President of Hospitality, and Karash Shargi, President of E-Business and Chief Strategy and Innovation Officer. Memorial Hospital and Healthcare Center's Neurology Associates are moving to a new location. Beginning Monday, August 10th, Memorial Neurology Associates will be located in the St. Thomas Medical Center at 600 West 13th Street, Suite 205 in Jasper. Providers include Nagma Mufti, MD, Christy Nord, MD, Ian Stamps, MD, Emily Klein, FNP-C, and Tiffany Morrell, FNP-C. Providers at Memorial Neurology Associates care for patients suffering from all types of neurological disorders, including Alzheimer's disease, dementia, memory loss, migraines, ADHD, stroke, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, and epilepsy, and more. A provider's referral is required. For more information, call Memorial Neurology Associates at 812-996-5781. That is the local number, 996-5781. And that's been a look at your local news. Stay tuned. Zach Gruber pays his weekly visit to the DuBois County Humane Society. Then it's your local outlook and weather forecast with Ann Powell on WJTS. We're local people watching local people.